Hello my goofy goobers and welcome back to another episode of the Ender Emerald SMP. So I didn't have time to do one big recording, so what we have here is a bunch of smaller recordings that I'm going to slap together into one video. Hopefully it's coherent. The lighting is terrible in some of these clips. For example, ignore the massive blinding light. It's either this or this. So we're going with the... Oh my god. But I don't live in that stinky little apartment anymore, so hopefully it won't ever be that bad again. Why are my windows open? This is not safe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is a safety hazard. So, Kelsey also kindly left me a gift. Oh. Oh. I can never get rid of these. The plan for this episode is to finally set up that underground community that I've mentioned in past episodes. The idea for this is to make a group of people that also aren't very rich, and build strength in numbers. Now the first thing we need to do is have an area for our base of operations. Do I have that icky sticky gunky stuff that I need for the door? Icky gunky stuff? Bucket, dirt or sand, and dye. Alright, door, gunk bucket, and sides. Yes. Alright. Let's go. So while it is a secret base for probably a legal thing, we still want it to be cozy and stuff, right? We don't want it to just be... Oh wait, I can't get up because I cannot swim. Hang on, I'm stealing a boat. Grand Theft Boto. Man. Here's my lovely bridge. Let me go park up and clamber up. Oh! There we go, it's fine. We'll fix that up as well at some point. I need to make it look not suspicious. I guess that works. Alright. So, you obviously saw the secret doors that we have. And they're obviously secret for a reason. That table is so big. A little... This is great. Wow. Alright, so I have spiced up the cave somewhat. What the? That looks like it should be a door. Why did I do that? Wait. Oh. Cupboard. Oh. Yay! Cupboard. Anyway, I've spiced up the room. We have a cupboard. Here is the door. Big table for big old meetings that we can sit at. That works. Can you not sit on it? Well, okay, so I guess you actually can't sit on the Oh, you can sit on the Aha! I am so prepared for a meeting. Okay, let me out, please. Hello. Okay, thank you. It's not the nicest, but I think it's ready to be shown, at least. So I'm gonna keep adding to this and making it look abandoned and stuff, and just like a historic kind of relic type thing, you know? Some place that people might be like, ah, that's kind of cool, but not go there because it's gone. That's the plan. I have just stolen that boat as well. I'm not giving it back. The next thing we need is recruits, because you can't really have a community with no one in it. I have two people in mind that I think would be perfect for this. Oakley and Jinx. Holy hi. I actually need you, so bad luck. Oh. Yeah, thanks. The reason I did that wasn't because he was intruding, like, you know, he's welcome and all that. I needed his ink sacks, and that is because I need to make some books and quills. Quill. My dear Jinx, my dear Oakley, to cut to the chase, we aren't very strong, and we don't have much to our names. Other members of the SMP, like Kelsey and GTX Razor, are absolutely stacked with gear and have been putting hours into this SMP. I say we work smarter, not harder. There's strength in numbers. I have a proposal that I would like to make to you. Meet me at sunrise by the ruins. Isaac. And now we just deliver this gift. Sorry for breaking the snow. Alright, so we're off to Oakley's house to deliver the letter, and then we wait. Oh, this looks like it. Ooh, this is cool. Look at that. Voila. And we will leave that there for Oakley to come and find. With all the preparation complete, the next thing to do was to wait until sunrise to meet my potential recruits. I see you got my letter. Come on in. All right.
It's good.
Welcome to the ruins. This beautiful, not yet finished, and definitely not fake piece of history is not all it seems. As you can tell, considering you just walked through a rock wall. This is, in fact, the front for a plan of mine. A plan that I would like you both to be a part of. I can tell you both got my letters, obviously, considering the fact that you're both here. Let me elaborate on what I mentioned in the letter. To put it simply, we're poor. Other members of the SMP have put hours into this server and have gotten stacked and rich as hell, while we are busy people with, like, you know, jobs and stuff, and we haven't put nearly as much time into the SMP.
Here.
Also, we've been spending a lot of time making YouTube videos, so like YouTube supremacy or whatever. Despite all this, there is a saying, work smarter not harder. Combine that with another saying, there's strength in numbers, and we have the basis to form a plan, a group, a community if you will, and become just as, if not more powerful than everyone else on the SMP. I propose to you both that we found the beginnings of an underground community where we work together to build our own wealth and prosperity. We can overtake the other members of the SMP in power and ensure that we can always have the upper hand if needed. Now, you probably know the SMP's plans to develop a government. They've been mentioned a few times. Not too sure what's happening with them, it's taking a while, but something probably will eventually. Because of this, as well as the fact that this might anger a few people trying to get one up on them, I need you both to keep this a secret. We can write a book of rules, but to start off, the only rule I have is that this is kept secret.
Secret, you say? I don't know if I'm too about keeping secrets. I feel like this SMP has been such a community this whole time. You know, everyone's always shared things with me and been kind to me. You might have to pitch this whole keeping it a secret thing a little harder for me to really buy into it.
The idea of the community is that we'll work together and we'll get just as powerful as everyone else on the server. There's always the possibility, and surely you'd like to get a bit more rich, have a bit more to your name.
I see. Well, carry on. I consider myself intrigued.
I do feel weak on this server. I would like to gather power, so I'm in.
So far the plan for this is that we basically just form a community. We gather our resources together and become strong, but we stay underground so that other people don't know the power that we hold. Because if they know, then they can compete against that and they can prepare for that.
You really think that going completely underground and completely secret is the way to go here?
In order to keep the upper edge, I'd say so.
I'll take my seat again.
I can't actually get out of
The
my
others
chair.
are
Oh,
very
okay.
powerful. Oh,
Don't mind me.
You do make a good point, Jinx. The others are very powerful. Well, I'm not entirely convinced that this will do nothing but sow discord on the server, on this peaceful server. I do have to admit, I can't really say you're wrong. That if someone was to decide to sow discord of their own, then we would be powerless to stop it. It might be good to at least have a backup ready to go in case that does happen. Because who's saying it wouldn't, right?
with the mayoral elections, who knows what the mayor will decide
That's
to
true.
enforce.
They are in fact setting up a power system here.
We wouldn't have any say anymore.
Exactly. They never mentioned term limits. Is this like a mayor for life kind of a thing, or like do we get to revote every 4 years, or what's happening here?
Yeah. Where's
You're
limits
right.
here?
There is some vaguity there that I'm not quite sure I'm fond of. All right, Isaac, I think I'm in.
So to start off at least, this is just going to be a community. We're going to keep it secret, just in case. It probably would be fine to tell people, but it's just not worth the risk, you know?
For
Yeah, I
sure.
don't know who to trust.
We'll pool our resources together, we'll grow powerful, as well as keeping our own stuff. You can have your own life as well as being a part of this. It's not like a cult or whatever. And if the time comes where we need to fight, for whatever reason, be it against the government, a specific person, or for someone, we'll stand together no matter what.
An alliance. I like that.
Exactly. Also, I didn't get this while recording, but we decided to name Oakley's dog that was hanging around with us the Dogfather, as a reference to the Godfather. So original. I'm in the chair. These chairs are a little glitchy, not gonna lie.
Alright, I'm gonna try the couch. Alright, I'm comfy.
One of the first requests I have is, Oakley, you can swim, right?
Swim? Yes, I sure can.
How would you feel about putting a few vines and glowberries on the underneath of this by like using a water bucket on the side? Because if I use a water bucket, I just sink.
Yes. That seems like an exceptionally reasonable request given the company I'm currently in.
Thank you. I tried so hard.
Yes,
I really did.
Yes, of course. We're just gonna assume that Jinx, you don't want to volunteer for that job. So yeah, no, I got you.
Something else I need to do is write a book of orders. We have one rule so far, which is just don't tell anyone. But I think it would be good to write it down just so we have it confirmed and official, you know?
A contract of some sort. I like that.
Exactly. All right, let's write down the book of rules, the book of orders, if you will, so that we're all on the same page and we don't have any major miscommunications, I suppose. So, first of all, book of orders. Just state what it is because, you know, some people can't read or something. I don't know. That's not going to help if they can't read, I realize. Okay.
Yes, writing it down when they can't read will help.
So, as of now, we only have one order. Order number 1 is, I swear to keep the fact and going-ons of the underground society a secret. As of now, it doesn't have a better name than that. Do either of you have any better ideas for names?
Mobfia. I don't know.
The Mobfia. Do we have any sort of anything at all that could narrow this down as I'm looking through? I get 10 options.
We have rocks. We could be called the Stoners.
We could be just the family. I mean, that's like classic. If we're like going with the Dogfather is the Godfather kind of thing, we could just do the classic.
We could be the children of the Dogfather, but that is definitely a cult name.
That's definitely a cult name. The Unseen? What about the Unseen?
Ooh.
Do we want to be the Unseen?
I like that.
Or right underneath it is the Nameless.
The Nameless.
Just really cop out on this whole naming thing.
I kind of like the idea of the Unseen.
I like the Unseen. I think we should be the
We're
Unseen. Yeah, because we're the Unseen.
Despite the fact that we are the only people here that actually upload these things to YouTube, so we are kind of the only seen.
Well, you know.
Alright, are we in agreement of the Unseen?
I think we're in agreement of the Unseen.
Okay, Book of Orders of the Unseen. I'm just going to change it to Orders of the Unseen because Book of Orders of the Unseen is a lot
brilliant.
of
Yes.
And I actually have a spelling mistake in this. Good thing I'm rereading it. Alright, Order 1. I swear to keep the fact and going-ons... Okay, there's another typo. Give me a second. Take 2. I swear to keep the fact and going-ons of the Unseen a secret. And we'll add more orders if we need to. But for now, it's just that. And then at the back of it, it says, I give permission to be hunted down and punished as seen fit if I am to fail to stand by these orders. And then we sign. Does this sound good to you both?
You read that so casually. You agree to that so casually.
Well...
Hunted down? Hunted down now.
Let me explain my reasoning behind it. So, the main thing is that the reason we're keeping it secret in the first place, right, is that if people find out, there could be trouble. People might be mad, try to fight against us. The government might have issues with it. You know, there's no laws in place yet, but you never know what they'll put in place.
So it's insurance. Of course, none of us would actually do that, so,
Exactly.
you know, it's not like we'd ever need to use this kind of thing.
Exactly, but just in case, you know, we might get new members at some point, and...
That's true, and we want them to understand the seriousness of the situation. Alright, I agree.
Can I get you both to sign your usernames underneath mine in the Orders of the Unseen?
Question.
Mhm.
We're three the original creators of this. I assume that makes us the original council, right?
It does. I suppose it does.
The inner circle, if you may.
Oh! It's kind of a triangle.
Hold on. Let me just
The inner triangle.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm making a quick edit to the book to be submitted to the jury for approval. Alright, jury, approve it.
Oh, that's good. And then we can have another space for the non-original triangle.
Oh, I missed it.
You just threw it on the
Four.
floor. That's okay.
Jinx! You threw the order on the dirt!
Nah.
On the snow!
On the snow, on the pristine, pure snow.
That we've all been tromping around on for the past. Can I sit? Can I sit in the chair? Can I sit in the chair?
Alright.
Oh, alright. Well, I can't sit in the chair anymore.
I've popped the Book of Orders on here. Does anyone have a sign? I feel like we should put a sign there.
Orders of the Unseen. Guys!
Oh, that is where
Never
he lives
move
now.
him. Never move him.
Never move him. Never move him.
Aww. And you can have like a meeting with him. Oh.
This is the
Yeah,
therapy
a
table.
one-on-one with the Godfather. Oh, Godfather.